Good morning. It is day 116 and it's town day. Yesterday was amazing. It could have been raining and horrible track and cold, and it still would have been amazing because I finally saw a bear. So happy, such an excellent sighting. A bear with a bonus of a little cub as well. Also saw this beautiful little snake, only a small one, but it was beautiful patterns. So aside from the wonderful wildlife sightings, the trail was in fantastic condition all day. I took it pretty easy. Well, it felt like I was taking it pretty easy. I took quite a few breaks, a few more breaks than normal, had the slower stops for the water filtering, and still did really good distance. Yeah, it was good. I did struggle with my knees. Left one was sore to start with, but that got better. Right one then had a turn at being sore and got better. And then just a couple of times in the afternoon they both took their turns at twinging. Much better going uphill. It's the downhills where they're starting to complain. Right now, left one's good, right one I can feel it a bit, just needs to warm up a bit. Today I have just under 14 miles to get to the road, and then from the road into Mount Shasta, and not sure if I'll take a full zero. I think depends what time I get there, but I might just stay overnight and then get back on the trail late afternoon tomorrow. So, town day. The trail continues climbing for another 2 or 3 miles, and then it's downhill the rest of the way. Just going around. I think I've done the steepest part of the climbing. Now it's more steady climbing on the ridge line, but going around the high points. New flavour, cherry pie. Wow, it tastes like pie. It tastes like pie crust with a little bit of filling. The cherry flavour is not strong. Yeah, interesting. Now, just to note, I'm not endorsed by Larrabah. It's just that once Ivars and Havana put me onto them, I've discovered that I quite like the flavour. I've been struggling to find a good muesli bar, granola bar here that I like, because most of them have been just too sweet. So that's why I like these Larrabahs, and that's why I'm trying all the different flavours, because I think they're going to become my staple bar while hiking. So yes, just to emphasise, I'm not being paid by or endorsing Larrabah. I just have discovered I like them. 5 minutes into walking and my right knee is warmed up and pain-free. So feeling good. I forgot to mention last night where I camped there was a lot of mosquitoes. But strangely, very few bites while I was putting my tent up. Jumped in my tent and it seemed like hundreds just buzzing around outside my netting. And for the first time they discovered the back. So I had the whine of the mosquito in stereo on both sides, front and back of the tent. And this morning there were still a few around, not many. I think I got one bite taking down the bear bag. Apart from that, they left me alone, which is pretty good. Had one guy pass me just as I was starting to take the tent down. So as well as town being the incentive, there's that little competitiveness to see whether I can catch him. I mean, he's got a 15-minute lead, but hey, it's worth a try. But I'm not going to push the pace too much. Just slightly pushing more than yesterday's relaxed pace. But conscious of my knees, just keeping them And tripping like that doesn't help. I was conscious of my knees, keeping them a little protected, since they've been grumpy lately. And I caught up. 30 minutes I've been going. Alright, so this road, ooh, an equestrian crossing. That is the high point. Now it is downhill pretty much all the way to the road. Woohoo! Still feeling good. Knees are both okay. And starting to get some views opening up. Hopefully it'll open up enough for some video. Yeah! What a great morning. Good morning, Mount Shasta. There we go. Wow, that's a neat rocky craggy mountain over there. Oh, little mountains and Mount Shasta. In panorama, that's the way I'm going. Some steep hills and mountains over that way. And Mount Shasta. And where I've come from. Way down there is the road. And that's where I'm heading. Still got a lot of dropping to do. Back into the thicker forest now. So that little town down there, that's Castella. It is an option that some hikers use. I just love this mountain. Some hikers use it because it's 2 miles off trail, so they can walk there because the hitch is quite difficult. But I'm just going to be patient with the hitch and go for Dunsmuir to the post office and then Mount Shasta. I'd like to try and put some, hopefully I've put some distance between me and that other hiker, because it's a whole lot easier to get a ride as a single female than it is as 2 hikers and one of them a guy. I started smelling this weird chemical smell, sort of paintish type smell, and then there's actually guys up there. Looks like they're spraying, so that's what I'm smelling. Yuck. Let me clear on out of here. Civilization, yuck. So that's another hiker. Not only is it another female walking by herself, but I think she was actually older than me. Very rare on this trail. Flower of the day! It's one of these funny 4 spiky plus petal. Very hard to describe it, but weird looking flowers. Dog legging down, or zigzagging down, switchbacking down. I can hear the noise of the road, so I must be getting closer. Only a few miles left, I think. Now I have a little bit of road walking, not much, a few 100 meters, and then I'll get to the off-ramp of the interstate, where I then cross my fingers and hope for a ride. Ooh, lovely little river. Oh, a fisherman. And over the railway tracks. So 11:05, and now I cross my fingers and wait. So I'm at the Monte Bianco that's got good reviews and gut hooks, and I see why. They knew I was a PCT hiker, so they have actually provided soap and shampoo. As opposed to the normal little weenie hotel ones, which are still here. So beautiful, clean place. Exactly what I want for a reasonable price, so, and very helpful, very friendly as well, so definitely recommend them. That's the Monte Bianco. Here's a handy hint when you are filling up Ziploc bags that you're going to want to reseal. Turn the tops over like this, and then you don't get any powder or grains stuck in the actual zip lock part of it. So when you then have filled it up, you can reseal it and it seals properly. The other one is I don't take the foil sachets from the freeze dry. I always take them out of here and put them into Ziplocs. Make sure you get the freezer Ziplocs because the plastic is a bit more heavy duty and it can handle the boiling water that goes in it. If you get the normal snack ones, then the plastic will melt. So the reason that I do this is, number one, the 2 serving is too big for me, so I want to put it into 2 single servings, but it's less bulk. These things are really thick and bulky, and they also weigh quite a bit. So if you compare the weight of that to the weight of a couple of these, there's actually quite a big difference. And before I did my very first through hike, I actually weighed to see what the difference is. But always carry one of these empty ones. So to prepare it, I just boil a cup of water. I put it into here, seal it up, and then I put it into this foil pouch. This is a New Zealand freeze dry bag. So I've been using this one bag since the very start. Put it in the bag, reseal it. It's got a seal across the top, and then let it sit while it cooks for 10 minutes. My next section is a 7-day section. I could break it up and go to a town partway through, but apparently it's a really hard hitch. So I'm using the freeze dry. So I've got the Mountain House, sweet and sour pork, chicken and dumplings. I haven't had either of these 2 before. The Good To Go smoked 3-bean chili, which I have had. And Alpine Fare. This is a kung pad chicken. So these are 3 of the brands, and the other brand that I have is the Backpacker's Pantry as well. So these are 2 serve, and that's a single serve. That gives me 7 meals. Here's another hint with the Ziploc bags. Don't just seal them up. Roll it first, and that gets the air out of it, and then seal it up. So I've had requests to show what I am eating. So this is my daily meal. So I have this for breakfast. I don't like solid breakfast. These are nice and compact, but it also gives me all the vitamins and minerals, so I don't need to take a daily multivitamin pill. And then snacks for the morning. I'll have the Snickers first, generally after an hour of walking. And then roughly every hour I will have a bar of some description. And this is new, a bit of fruit jerky. And then lunch. Okay, so lunch. I used to have tortillas with peanut butter or tortillas with things, but I'm just sick of tortillas. So, had Fritos. Fritos are brilliant. You know, 320 calories for a packet of Fritos. And I use Fritos over Doritos because they don't tend to break up as much. They can handle being squished a bit more. So they're corn chips. And then corn nuts. I'm a big fan of the corn nuts. So that's the packaging. Really like these. And they've got pretty good calories as well. A third of a cup is 130 calories. And they're pretty light. Then I will have some beef jerky, some salami sticks, and a little weeny bit of cheese. Some form of dried fruit. In this case it's cranberries. I have been having golden berries when I can get them. And then some lollies to finish off. In the afternoon, once again, once every hour, hour and a half of some form of bar, and then in between I have the Jolly Rancher, sorry. And my favourite is the sours when I can get them, because they have really intense flavours. Then dessert. While my freeze dry is cooking, these are salt and vinegar flavoured almonds, which, wow, I really love these. Some more corn nuts, and then my dinner's generally ready. It'll either, for a longer section, it'll be freeze dry. For a shorter section, it'll be instant potato, usually the Idahoan instant potato with tuna, or it could be noodles with, noodles slash ramen with tuna. And then a packet of M&Ms or some form of chocolate bar. And some lollies just to finish off. So that is 1 day's worth of food. My wrist strap is well and truly dead, and I emailed Black Diamond just asking where I could purchase another one from, because I couldn't find it on their website or on Amazon where I got them last time. And they said, give us your address, we're going to send you some for free. And sure enough, they have arrived. A left and a right strap, a couple of new fittings which hold it in, and even a sticker. And they don't know I've got YouTube or blog, or as far as they're aware, I'm just another customer that is hiking the PCT. I did tell them how much I love my poles. Yeah, so amazing customer service. Thank you very much, Black Diamond.